In this part we will get our new meshes game ready using Nifscope. As you can see, I've got all of the needed files in one folder, the extracted ones from Max, plus the donor files from the STS mod. And one thing that I've noticed is that this scope using an additional adjustment node to change its location and orientation. This means that I cannot just go and copy paste the meshes from the SV98 scope into the new donor mesh, because the orientation and, or so to say, the position of the scope would be completely wrong in game and in the NIF scope, of course. So I have decided to copy the adjustment node over to the new mesh. I've unlinked the children so that there won't be any errors, and once I copy the node over, once the node is copied, I link the scope nodes to it so that imported meshes will have the correct location. And I'm going to unlink the scope nodes from the main node here, since they're linked to the other node anyway. Now I'm gonna copy all of the scope meshes that are supposed to be visible in a third person view over to the scope normal node. Now that all parts have been copied, I'm gonna briefly test it in game to see if the scope is positioned correctly and if it's rendering at all. As we can see, it works, but since there is no first person model yet, it's invisible. So back in Nifscope, and we're gonna take care of the other part we have modeled in 3ds Max earlier, and this is the part that will be showing in the first person. We are going to copy it over to our new file, and it seems that we have some adjustment to do. It seems that something went wrong on export or import of re-export of the file after adjusting. It has moved slightly, and the size has changed a bit. So we're just gonna copy over the values from the original mesh into the new one, and that hopefully should fix it. Normally something like this doesn't happen, like changing the size and position, but sometimes it does. But there is no reason to panic, because you can also change the size and position of the mesh inside this scope. Just tweak it until it fits. But here we can see that by punching in the default values we were able to set it in place. Oh, it looks good. We can delete the mesh that we don't need and just leave the um, parts that we will be using in the mod, like those crosshairs and glasses or lenses. I'm just gonna copy over the other parts that I have prepared for the first person version and tweak it until it fits. Now I've made the scope before, so I know exactly what values I have to punch in for that crosshairs and other things that are attached to the aiming node. Let's skip ahead a bit. Now I can punch in the exact numbers that I need. The scope is pretty much done. The only thing left to do is make some adjustment in CK, and that's it. This concludes the second part. Thank you for watching.